Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to our discussion on Chapter 4, Lesson 5, Probability and Counting Rules. It's Raymond Cueto, your presenter.
Our objective is to find the probability of an event using the counting rules. In this chapter, counting rules can be combined with the probability rules to solve many types of probability problems, like in business, gambling, economics, and other fields. We can use the fundamental counting rules, the permutation rules, and the combination rules to compute the probability of outcomes of many experiments. Let's have first a quick recap. Fundamental counting rules is to figure out the number of outcomes in probability problems. Permutation is to determine the number of possible arrangements in a collection of items where the order of the selection arrangements matter. Opposite to combination, where a selection of distinct objects without regard to order. So let us try these examples. We have here the first one, 4 aces. Find the probability of getting 4 aces when 5 cards are drawn from an ordinary deck of cards. So diba, sa ordinary deck ay may apat na alas, which is the hearts, diamonds, spades, and clubs. So ang ating hinahanap sa problem is yung probability na makukuha natin yung apat na alas mula sa 5 card na ating itidraw. So for our solution, there are combination of 5 out of 52 ways to draw 5 cards from a deck. There is only one way to get 4 aces, but there are 48 possibilities to get the 5th card. Therefore, there are 48 ways to get 4 aces and 1 other card. Para mas maintindihan natin, ilagay natin siya sa isang equation. We have probability of 4 aces is equals to, so for our numerator, we have the events. Combination of 4 out of 4. Ito ay sa chances na makukuha natin yung 4 aces. Multiply by 48. Ito yung possibilities na makukuha natin yung ikalimang baraha. Over the combination of 5 taken out of 52 cards. So, yung ating denominator naman is the total probability. So, to simplify, we have 1 multiplied by 48 over 2,598,960, and also we can get the 48 over 2,598,960. Lowest term natin siya, magiging 1 over 54,145 or 0.0002. Napakaliit lang yung chance na makukuha natin yung apat na alas kapag nag-draw tayo ng 5 card. We have the next one, defective transistors. A box contains 24 transistors, 4 of which are defective if 4 are sold at random. Find the following probabilities. So sa isang box may 24 transistors, out of 24 ay may 4 na defective. Also, sa 24 transistors na yun ay may 4 na dependa. Hanapin natin ang mga sumusunod na probability na may 2 are defective, none is defective, all are defective, or at least 1 is defective. For our solution, letter A, 2 defective transistors can be selected as combination of 2 out of 4 and 2 non-defective ones as combination of 2 out of 20. So, for equation, probability of exactly 2 defective is equals to combination of 2 for defective out of 4 multiplied by combination of 2 for non-defective and 20 for the left transistors over combination of 4 out of 24 transistors. So, to simplify, we have 1,140 over 10,626 or 190 over 1,771. For letter B, the number of ways to choose no defectives is combination of 4 out of 20. So for equation, probability of no defectives is equals to combination of 4 for non-defective out of 20 over combination of 4 out of 24 total is equals to 4,845 over 10,626 or 1615 over 3542. Letter C, the number of ways to choose 4 defectives from 4 is combination of 4 out of 4 or 1. So, sa equation, probability of all defective. So, ang nabenta natin, or nabenta sa out of 24 transistor is all defective. So, combination of 4 out of 4 is equals to 1, and combination of 4 out of 24 is 10,626. Letter D, to find the probability of at least one defective transistor, find the probability that there are no defective transistors, and then subtract that probability from 1. So, the equation is probability at least one defective is equals to 1 probability of no defective. So, dito ang gagawin natin is transfer natin sa kabila equals yung 1. So, for 1 is yung no defective minus combination of 4 out of 20 over combination of 4 out of 24 is equals to 1 minus 1615 over 3442 for the total 1927 over 3542. Another example, magazines. A store has 6 TV graphic magazines and 8 news time magazines on the counter. If 2 customers purchase a magazine, find the probability that one of each magazine was purchased. So, for our solution, probability of 1 TV graphic and 1 news time is equals to combination of 1 out of 6 for TV graphic magazine multiplied by combination of 1 out of 8 news time magazine over combination of 2 out of 14. So, yung 2 is for TV graphic and news time, while the 14 is yung total number ng TV graphic and news time magazine. So, to simplify, 6 multiplied by 8 is equals to 48 over 91. Another is tennis tournament. There are 8 married couples in a tennis club. If 1 man and 1 woman are selected at random to plan the summer tournament, find the probability that they are married to each other. So, sa tennis tournament, ay may 8 married couples, meaning 8 pairs. Kung multiply natin, by 2 is 16 people, which is yung 8 boys, I mean 8 men at 8 women. So, for our solution, there are 8 ways to select the man and 8 ways to select the women. There are 8 multiplied by 8 or 64. 64 ways to select 1 man and 1 woman since there are 8 married couples. The solution is 8 over 64 or 1 over 8. Another one is the combination lock. A combination lock consists of the 26 letters of the alphabet. If a 3-letter combination is needed, find the probability that the combination will consist a letter A, B, C in that order. The same letter can be used more than once. So note, a combination lock is really a permutation lock. So dito ay may order na sinusunod or arrangement is matter. Kaya siya ay permutation. So for our solution, since repetitions are permitted, there are 26 multiplied by 26 and multiplied by 26 is equals to 17,576 different possible combination. And since there is only one ABC combination, the probability is, so equation is probability of ABC is equals to 1 over 6 cube or 6 raised to 3 is equals to 1 over 17,576. So, and applying the concepts, counting rules and probability, one of the biggest problems for students when doing probability problems is to decide which formula or formulas to use. Another problem is to decide whether two events are independent or dependent. Use the following problems to help develop a better understanding of this concept. So take a look at these two problems. Assume you are given a 5-question multiple choice quiz. Each question has 5 possible answers, which are A, B, C, D, and E. How many events are there? Are the events independent or dependent? If you guess at each question, what is the probability that you get all of them correct? What is the probability that a person would guess answer A for each question? The next one is, assume that you are given a test in which you are to match the correct answers in the right column with the question in the left column. You can use each answer only once. How many events are there? Are the events independent or independent? What is the probability of getting them all correct if you are guessing? What is the difference between the two problems? So that would be all. Thank you.